All right, everyone, I'm excited for this one. It's Thatcher and Safford, and I really don't need to say any more. It's the rivalry between neighboring municipalities and a regional battle for local bragging rights, and the pleasure to house the rivalry trophy for the year. It's the Eagles and the Bulldogs, and all the best highlights you'll see anywhere coming up next. Kempton Chevrolet is proud to sponsor our local varsity football athletes. We're fueling their drive with community support, helping these young stars shine on and off the field. Visit Kempton Chevrolet in Safford for great deals on your next auto and to cheer on our hometown heroes. Kempton Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Right out of the gate, first offensive play of the game for the Eagles, and Smith Mangum coughs up the ball. Looks like Mangum was looking to get more yards when he got flipped over, and the ground caused the ball to come out. Lamar Ellis recovered for Safford at the Eagles' 40-yard line. The Bulldogs couldn't move the ball, however, as Ryan Jones tackles Adrian Casillas for a loss on some 8-on-8 crime, and Safford couldn't capitalize on the turnover. Back on offense, it was Jones' turn to get stuffed by the Safford front line, so quarterback Chad Johnson decided to air one out to Jones instead, and Ryans got it for a big 41-yard pickup down to the Bulldogs' 34. But Mangum fumbles the handoff, and the Bulldogs recover to thwart another Eagles drive. Now it's Safford's turn to muster some offense, and Parker Wisman takes the reverse for the first down into Eagles territory. Then Dane Jacobson slings a strike to Ellis for the first down as the Bulldogs continue to move the ball. And on 3rd and 8, Jacobson takes it himself around the left end on the quarterback scramble for the first down all the way into the red zone. But that's where Thatcher's defense clamped down, and on a 4th and 14 from the 17, Safford went with the halfback toss, and Casillas' pass is perfect on the money in the corner of the end zone, but the ball just goes through Ellis' hands for the incompletion to turn the ball over to the Eagles. Kainoa's Hawaiian Grill is the spot in Thatcher to enjoy healthy Hawaiian food with a friendly atmosphere and great service. Order in person or by the phone or online to see the tasty treat everyone is talking about. That's Kainoa's Hawaiian Grill. In a game of inches, the momentum can swing so fast, and that's what appeared to happen as Johnson hits Jones on the screen, and Jones is looking for blockers as he streaks down the sideline with Jackson Bryce as an escort. He wants a high five, but Jones is going to wait until he crosses the goal line, but unfortunately for Thatcher, the refs called a holding penalty that brought the ball back. So on the very next play, Chad Johnson keeps it on a design run, and he's got some room on the left sideline. Johnson makes a cut, then makes another Bulldog miss, and he could go almost all the way, but Price Harsh just pushes him out of bounds at the 4. Jackson Bryce punched it in from the 1 to break the ice, and Luke Marble picked up the loose ball to run in the 2-point conversion on the fire drill to give Thatcher an early 8-0 lead with 4:08 left in the first. Facing a 4th and 3 from its own 27, Safford gambled and lost as Braden Bryce and Vincent Bejarano converged on Andrew Baker for the loss and turnover on downs. And after being gifted excellent starting field position, it didn't take the Eagles long to score as Ryan Jones punched it in from 2 yards out. The extra point was missed, however, and Thatcher led 14-0 at the end of the first quarter.
Mount Graham Regional Medical Center will soon be opening a 24/7 cardiac cath lab, offering immediate emergency health care for STEMI heart attacks, faster diagnosis, and full cardiology services when you need it most.
That would change in a heartbeat at the start of the second as Jacobson fakes me out and then finds Ellis over the middle, and Ellis could go all the way 80 yards for the touchdown to put Safford on the board. And don't look now, Ma, but we've got a game with the Bulldogs down just a score, 14-7 early in the second. The Eagles came soaring right back, however, with Jones popping a nice run along the left to midfield. But just as Thatcher is threatening, Johnson scrambles and tries to throw across his body and across the field, but Parker Wisman is there for the interception, and Wisman takes it back into Eagles territory, and the Bulldogs are looking to even things up. And after not finding anyone open downfield, Jacobson gets flushed from the pocket and decides to take off for the first down to the Thatcher 32. However, a holding penalty nullified the gain and pushed the Bulldogs back into their own territory. And then Jacobson has trouble handling the snap, and the Eagles recover at the Bulldogs' 33-yard line. And just like that, Josiah Matagaono is in for the 3-yard score, and instead of being tied up, Thatcher takes a 21-7 lead with 6 and change left in the first half. But Thatcher wasn't done, and Matagaono does it on defense as well, like so many two-way Eagles players, and sacks Jacobson to force a punt. And then Johnson hands it to his motion man's Josh Jones, who zips around the left end to near midfield. Johnson then floats to his right and casually drops one in to Dylan Riney, who races down the sideline and then cuts back and heads toward the end zone before being caught from behind at the 10. Smith Mangum then finished the drive as he wouldn't be denied the end zone as he stretched the ball over the plane to give the Eagles a commanding 28-7 lead. Facing a 4th and 10 and down 3 scores, the Bulldogs aired it out deep to Ellis, who can't hang on to the pass but gets the pass interference call to extend the drive. But on the very next play, Chad Johnson is there to gather in the overthrow at the 15 for the INT, and Johnson's looking for more as he turns up the right sideline, and he's picking up some blockers as Johnson could go all the way 85 yards on the pick 6 to put Thatcher up 35-7 at the break and on the verge of a blowout. With amenities designed to keep patients comfortable and relaxed, Copper Hills Dental is your choice for anxiety-free dentistry. Visit our website and Facebook page or simply call 428-2750 to schedule your appointment today. That's Copper Hills Dental. Thatcher's intensity bled over to special teams, and its coverage of the second half kickoff left Safford starting inside its own 10. But Jacobson gave the Bulldogs some breathing room as he bobs and weaves his way for a first down. However, the Eagles' front line kept coming, and on the very next play, Travis Larson slams Jacobson for the sack, which would lead to a punt. But Thatcher fumbled on the punt return, and Safford recovered for a fresh set of downs. Safford attempted to run around the Eagles' front line, but the linebackers converged, and that didn't work. So they went back to the air, but Dylan Riney stepped in front of Jacobson's strike, and he's gone. 57 yards to pay dirt, and Dylan's dancing in the end zone with Thatcher up 42-7 with 5:51 left in the third quarter. Back on offense, Jacobson is sacked, and he's not getting up too fast and leaves the game due to injury with 5:06 left in the third. After a Safford punt, Thatcher started in Bulldogs territory, and Johnson finds Riney over the middle for a solid pickup. Then Johnson sees an opening and decides to take off on his own down the right sideline into the red zone for a first down. And on the very next play, Josiah Matagaono mesmerizes the Bulldogs into not seeing him as he glides throughout them 18 yards into the end zone for the TD. Or it would have been had the refs not called the Eagles for holding. Back to the drawing board, just outside the 20, and Johnson hits Brigham Palmer over the middle, but Palmer coughs it up, and Thatcher was lucky to have Tegan Dameron cover it up as the teams head into the final quarter of play. Roadrunner Rehab has been helping Gila Valley residents and athletes achieve their peak performance for over 30 years. They are now offering occupational therapy and adult speech therapy to assist in all your rehabilitation needs. Whether they're getting you back to work or back on the field, they're here to help you. Okay, Thatcher's facing a 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line, and they give it to big Travis Larson, but the Bulldogs stop him short, getting his knee down just before the lunge to the goal line and bringing up a 4th and goal from inside the 1. So here we go, 4th and goal in the 4th quarter with the game out of reach, and these kids are playing like it's the state championship on the line as the Bulldogs' goal line defense holds and gets the turnover. Backed up, Adrian Casillas takes the handoff inside his own end zone and bursts through the second level of containment. He then switches the football to his outside hand and gives a little stiff arm as he heads toward the sideline for a 45-yard pickup and badly needed breathing space. But it was just not the Bulldogs' night, as Ellis is pressured and can't escape the Eagles' grasp as he's sacked for a loss. And after a Safford punt, Johnson's in trouble, but he's drifting away to his left, and now he's going to try and throw back across the field the other way, but this time Jackson Bryce is there to bring it down for the big gain. Then it's Sebastian Randall with the big run, taking it 20 yards around the right side to set up a 1st and goal from the 10. And Johnson decides to finish it from there as he picks up a block from Bryce and races to the corner of the end zone to blast Thatcher past Safford 49-7 and hold on to the Open Loop Energy Trophy for another year.
I didn't even know this thing existed, but it's cool. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. That one pick I threw kind of sucked, but besides that, it was fun.
You threw the pick, but then you made it up with the, 85-yard pick six that you had yourself. Talk me through how you were able to get that interception and run it all over the touchdown.
Well, I know from experience, running down, if someone's going straight at you and you're going to cut, they can't cut back. So I saw the QB running at me, so I tried to cut back, and it all worked. I was able to push Tegan in front of me to keep it going, number 28. Hey, it's staying in Thatcher for another year. Let's go, baby.
We didn't play crisp. We're going to talk about that tomorrow, but we did okay.
You brushed that off pretty quickly.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
Good group of kids. They work real hard. We kind of started to stumble a little slow. Just want to kind of trim that up. No, we challenge these kids. We want to make it pretty clear that best place to play football in the Gila Valley is Thatcher High School. So we want to make that pretty clear.
I got it. Anything else you want to say, Coach?
Go Green. Love you guys.
This is my quarterback one! Quarterback one! Woo!
Reporting from Thatcher for the Gila Herald, I'm John Johnson.